Hi everyone, it's Ed from Rebelion. In today's video, we are going to go through my favourite shoes in terms of having fun while running. So I've got three in mind. Bear in mind, my running career is quite short. I really started in earnest around early 2022. Before that, I did do some park runs, but I didn't ever buy proper running shoes. I was using like normal trainers for those. So these are shoes that since 2022 have brought me the most fun. So I've got three in mind. And the reason I'm doing this video today is I've not been that well recently, and I've been a bit down in the dumps, and I've been kind of like reflecting on the pressure that I'm putting on myself for this London Marathon. And I've kind of been thinking, hang on Ed, you need to start thinking about what really matters, and running should be fun. And what else triggered this this video is I listened to one of the YouTube videos that Aubrey did around how running can be toxic, and he explained his situations where that has happened, and it got me thinking of my short running career and where that might have happened to me. And there are times, I think, where I've let running kind of almost control me rather than the other way around. I've got so focused on these goals, these things I want to achieve, that I've lost sight of the real things that matter in life. And I think when you do that, you lose the fun element from running. We're all privileged to be able to run. We're all privileged to go out there and be able to like hit the pavement and enjoy what we do. So let's enjoy it. And I think what Aubrey was kind of saying is there are some elements to running that can feel a bit toxic. He mentioned Strava, and I kind of agree with him that that's got an element to it that, it can come across a bit controlling. People are kind of like almost looking into what you're doing, and like everything with social media, they're kind of like almost stalking you. You get the odd weird comment on Strava, I'm sure we've all had it, where they've obviously gone in analysing your run and pointing things out, and you just kind of think, well, whoa, chill dude. I want to be able to have a bit of freedom with my runs, and I suppose that's what you pay for going on social media. I mean, I'm on a running group in Facebook, and sometimes I think Runners Love Running or something like that, stupid name, but I think sometimes, why the hell am I on that? It's just full of blokes showing off their pecs with their ripped torsos, or women with scantily clad running gear on, pouting like this. And I'm thinking, what is this? Is this a running channel? Is this some kind of self-promotional? And I guess that's the point with social media. It kind of is about self-promotion a lot of the time, which is a bit sad, really, because obviously these people are missing something in their lives, right? Or maybe I should get my top off, show my abs. Probably not Ed, right? But the point is, if I did do that, I'd do something fun about it, right? I wouldn't just pose, right? So when we think of fun and we think of running shoes, what I think of are three shoes. The first one, I'm going to go in age order, so the oldest to newest, okay? So the first one is one of my favourite shoes of all time. It is the Prime X Strung. Actually, I like equally, if not more, the Prime X. I found this Strung material to be a little bit abrasive on my toes. That said, I think the shoe as a whole is one of the most fun shoes I've ever used in my life. Got this huge stack, this 50 millimeters of stack, loads of cushion in the forefoot. It's got these carbon rods that help with the propulsion. This shoe is one of a kind, really. When you land with this amazing Light Strike Pro, it's quite dense, but with the rods, with the rocker, you just fly in this shoe. You bound along, and for someone who likes to bound, a bit of a bounder, this shoe is perfect. It gave me so much fun. Bear in mind, before this shoe, the only shoe I'd ever run in was the Nike Invincible, which in itself is nice and soft and bouncy, but it's one of those shoes you sink into and it saps your energy a little bit. Well, this was the absolute opposite. You know, it gave back so much energy return. It felt like when I put this on, it felt like I discovered a new sport, right? Before, I was running in shoes that really were too soft and they were sapping my energy, and this gave me energy back in spades. So for me, the Prime X Strung is one of my favorite running shoes of all time in terms of fun. I ran the Boston Marathon in this. It was an amazing shoe. It was only until I hit the Newton Hills, around the sort of, I think 18 miles point, where I started to notice the weight a little bit in this shoe. But I still recorded a 3:04, and these helped me with I had some serious shin problems going into that marathon, and the cushion that these gave me got me through that marathon, I'm pretty sure. So all in all, a fantastic shoe. I until recently, I had my 5K PB in this shoe as well. So it's a rapid shoe. I think I did 17:13 at Burgess Park Run, which I've beaten a few times since, but that PB lasted a long time in this shoe. So it's an absolute rapid shoe if you're going down like long straights, and you'll see with my choices, they're quite similar in some ways. But this is my first choice, Prime X Strung OG, or just the Prime X OG. Absolutely amazing shoe. Let me know in the comments if you've tried this shoe. I think you can still get the OG in Start Fitness. So it's still available, £159. If you're curious, just bear in mind, I don't want to wreck any of your ankles. It is one of the most unstable shoes you'll ever wear. Some people found it stable, they must have good ankles. I've gone over in my ankle a couple of times in this shoe, luckily without too much damage, but it's definitely for road only, and you really have to watch your foot strike. If you're landing on your forefoot, fine, more or less fine. If you're landing anywhere back here, I would forget it. It's too unstable. So that's the Prime X Strung. My second choice is one that you'll all remember as a shoe that I really love. It's the Hoka Cielo X1. It's not the 2.0, it's the original. Again, fantastic shoe. I've been looking for a shoe after the Prime X, something something newer but similar, and I was waiting a while, and when this came along, I wasn't sure when I looked at it what to make of it, and then I just thought, right, I'll buy it. I've seen some good reviews, and wow, did this blow me away. It took me a few days actually, but when I learned to run in this shoe, wow, it absolutely blew me away. The bounce of this Puma foam was incredible, but what I love about this shoe is it's bouncy, it's quick, but it also is stable. You've got these wing plates, so unlike the Prime X Strung, this was actually quite a stable shoe, and for me, that meant that I could use this in races. I've even used this off-road on trail tracks, and it's been fine. So it opened up that fun element to actually like loads of different types of races, whereas before with the Prime X, I've only stuck to very races where I knew it'd be pretty flat and mostly long straights. This I was able to do more variety of races, so this kind of again brought back the fun factor for me, which had been missing for a period of time, right? And and to this day, I think it's still pretty much my favorite running shoe. I wore it today. I'll be wearing it, the build up for the London Marathon. I've got a week and a half now, a bit less actually. I'll be wearing this all the time in that period because it's so nice and cushioned and soft and bouncy, propulsive, and just keeps me going without expending too much energy. So my second choice is the Hoka Cielo X1. Let me know in the comments if you like this shoe. If you've not tried it, you're curious still, you can still get this shoe. I know there's an X1 2.0. This is more versatile, in some ways more fun The 2.0 is faster though and lighter. So if you're more concerned about racing and fast times, then that might be a better bet. This is about having fun, enjoying yourself, and a reasonably stable ride with it. That's my second choice. My third choice is the newest of the three. Again, it's a wild shoe. There's commonality between these shoes. It's the Mizuno Wave Rebellion Pro Beta. I mean, it's pretty much the same shoe as the Pro 3. You've got this Mizuno Energy XP foam, which is fantastic and bouncy. You've got this huge stack, probably the biggest of the three, in the kind of midfoot, heel to midfoot area here. It's got to be well over 50 millimeters. And this is such a fun shoe. The foam is so bouncy and propulsive. I've done my third fastest half marathon time in this shoe. I got 1:21 in the Battersea Park half marathon. Did an absolute brilliant job. I've also ran a 17:23 park run in this shoe, so I know it's rapid. Excuse me. So it's an effective shoe, not only a fun shoe, but the amount of bounce you get out of it is incredible. You've got this, again, a bit of a wing in the plate here. So I wouldn't say this is stable by any means, but it gives you a little bit of stability. The only downsides with this shoe is it's no good on cambers. There's some pavements near me that have got like a bit of a slant, a bit of a camber, and I could feel how unstable these were on the cambers, and going around the corners, of course, this isn't your best bet either. But for long stretches like the other two, you just bounce and bound along, and it's a fabulous shoe for going fast on those long stretches. In fact, the first time I saw this shoe was on a lady's feet called Mimi, who I met at Burgess Park Run. We had a good chat afterwards, but I saw her at the start line, and I commented on the shoes, right? And I didn't know at the time she was like semi-professional, and she absolutely hammered a lot of these guys in that park run wearing these, and we had a good chat afterwards, and it got me thinking, right, I need to buy a pair of these. If she can run that faster, then I want a pair. It's more about her than the shoe though. But yeah, Mimi, if you're watching, I don't know if you watch the channel, if you're watching, hope you're doing well. When we see you again in Burgess, make sure you've got these on. I'll wear mine. But yeah, amazing shoe, really fun shoe to wear, still available. Probably get this reasonable price as well. I think I got it at 180. Probably get it for cheaper than that if you look around. You certainly can get the version 3. It's not got the zebra marking, so if you don't like the look of this, which a lot of people don't, I know, I kind of like it. Maybe it says something about me, but it adds to the fun factor, right? That's why I like it. But if you don't like it, there are other colorways. If you get the version 3, the Mizuno Wave Rebellion version 3, which is basically the same shoe, right? So that's my third choice. I've got fourth, which is a fun shoe. I haven't run or raced that much in it. I haven't raced at all in it. Is the Puma Fast R-B, the rule breaker. So I have run in this shoe, and it is quite a fun shoe. The bounce you get is tremendous. It's a heavy shoe though. It's not the best for racing. But let me know in the comments if you've used the shoe. It's got no laces. It's one of a kind. It's like a prototype, really, where Puma are trying things out. And I think some of the things maybe work. The upper was quite good. I think the weight is too heavy to take this shoe really seriously. But I will race in this shoe. So let me know in the comments if you'd like me to race in this shoe and see how it performs. Probably only dare do this over 5K. Just because of how unstable it looks. I mean, basically, that's how it is on the floor. So the heel doesn't even touch the ground. Excuse me. So it's a crazy shoe, but a fun shoe. And it's a shoe that immediately when I saw it, I thought, I've got to have it. You know, it's got probably no practical use to me other than making me smile when I put it on and making other people look at me and think, what the hell? That guy's mental. But yeah, it's another one that I find really fun. So in the comments, let me know all your fun shoes. Obviously, a lot of you have been running longer than me, so you can go back further. I'll be interested to know about some of the older shoes or some of the newer ones that I've not mentioned. They don't have to be ridiculous like those, but just the ones that make you smile. And it's important to remember that running should be fun. There was a time actually recently where my club did a takeover of the Oak Hill Park run. And I actually won the race, and I finished, and then a lot of my fellow club runners finished, and then one guy in particular who I really respect actually came up to me and kind of, instead of saying well done, kind of berated me for not running for the club as much as I should, not doing cross country races. And at the time I felt like deflated and a bit guilty. But the more I thought about it, the more I thought, well, no, I mean, like those that know about me, and sorry, I've said this quite a few times, I had a bad accident in 2020 where a car hit me as I was out running. So I did used to run before 2022, but not seriously. And it hit me and it broke my leg, threw me in the air, broke my back in two places. T4 and T11 section of my spine was broken. And also both shoulder scapulars were fractured. And I got a nasty gash on my head. And since then, I have to be really careful about my running. I've still got, chronic pain from these injuries now. So one of the things I can't do is land on uneven surfaces. So cross country is very difficult for me. So I did actually explain that to him at the end. I'm not sure he agreed, but the point is, the reason why I'm talking about this is in that situation, like if you're somebody who's done that kind of thing, or think about the person you're talking to. Also think about running in itself. Running should be fun. If they don't want to race, don't feel like you should pressure them into running any kind of race, right? Even if you think you really need them because they're really good, that doesn't matter. In the end of the day, if they don't want to run a race for your club, then don't try and push them to do it. Running should be fun. And if you pressure people too much, and I'm talking about you senior guys at running clubs here, if you're watching, if you pressure people too much, they will fall out of love of running, and they will just stop running altogether. And you'll lose someone from a sport that you didn't need to lose, right? And I also think all of you, tell me moments in your time where you felt like you've lost the love for running, and what was it that brought you back? Because if you're listening to this, I'm guessing you are back, and I'm glad you're back. I love you all. I hope you've enjoyed my fun shoes today. Let me know yours in the comments, and I'm rambling a bit, so I'll let you go. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.